I was already here at this place at the Brass Fortress in Clockwork City, but you don't have to go here. You don't have to go here. Anywhere where there's a campfire, you can craft food buffs. So you don't have to be at this nice place. You may not have this DLC. I don't know if you can get here or not. So if you find where there's a campfire, you can craft. If you go to Imperial City Sewers, there's a campfire in there. There's a bank in there. There's not even a bank in here. You can do a lot of crafting in there too, and it don't even remove you from where you were at. So I don't know why I didn't go there. But I guess I'm doing this here because, well, I was already here because I was using the transmute station. So here's a bunch of green level recipes that I found you can use as food buffs. And I started this character back in 2016. That's a long time ago. And this was my first character. I've been collecting recipes and furniture designs and all that kind of thing for years now. And what I do with my other characters is whenever they find one, I have I put them when I'm using that character, I put that pattern design or recipe into the bank, and so I can then when I use this character, I can pull them out and then see if I know that recipe or not. And sometimes I don't, so I add it to my collection. One of the things I like to stop for is flour. I have a hard time finding it. If you know of a good place to stop for that, that's great. But here's a whole bunch of different ones. Some of them are even in yellow. They're just harder to find stuff sometimes. For those, the one I'm looking for though is the Colonian beef noodle soup, and it will up my for my healer, the Arcanist healer. It'll up the Magicka, which will, of course, give me more Magicka to heal with, because a lot of that is it uses Magicka. It kind of just makes sense. So anyway, there's a whole bunch of them here, and I can even make drinks. Lots of different, well, not a lot, but some. And that last one is furnishings. Who would have thought you can make actual furniture at the. It doesn't make any sense. At a campfire with things you'd make a food buff with. But hey, they're not actually the things, they're just raw materials. So you have to have certain raw materials to make furnishings at the same place you make food at. Now, if I go over to the armor station, I can make furniture as well. Things you can use that are metal, or but each one of these things I can make items. Put them in the house. I found that in my house, so I can put a bed in there, but you can't sleep in it. And the bookshelves, you can't put any books in them, so they're kind of useless. But what I mostly use is these food buffs. I use them for my character before I go run a dungeon. They'll usually last about an hour. The blue ones are the ones I use. It's easier to find the materials for them, and as long as it's got good health, I just put it on one of these tanks. This tank right here doesn't have its champion points in the top of the 3 bar areas done, but still yet I don't feel like I'm doing too bad. But I think I'll do even better once I put those up there. Maybe even check to make sure I'm doing this right. I may have to reallocate some champion points. Most likely I will. But anyway, it's a little tedious. You want to level that provisioner up as much as you can, though, so you can make more than one item. And so I'm done with this. Now I just need to put it in the banker. I need to get out the banker and put it in the bank. There's no bank in this place. If you're in the Imperial City Sewers, there would be a bank or someplace. Well, there's not banks in a lot of places, but there are there. I think they're even in Cyrodiil. Yeah, you just have to run around the place more. Anyway, I'm randomly pushing buttons. I'm gonna put this Colonian beef noodle soup in the bank for my Arcanist healer. And I hope you've enjoyed the video and my rambling. And check out my other videos. Okay?